listening to the Betmaker Show. This is the PGA Honda Classic preview for Tuesday, February 25th, 2020. And now, live from Las Vegas, the host of the Betmaker Show, Brian Blessing.
All right, folks, here we go. Another stop on the PGA Tour. It's time for the Florida Swing, which changes everything. It's the Honda Classic. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas, Cam Stewart. I'm going to give you all of Canada today. Cam Stewart's up in Canada.
Yeah.
How's that? You're important.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I like the Florida Swing, Brian. I'll tell you, it's just, you know, you get these courses in California. It's just like, I like when the winds pick up. I like the bear trap, you know, the snake pit and all this stuff. I kind of like this Florida golf.
It's funny.
You know, so it could be like, if the conditions get tough, it becomes really, really difficult. And that's the golf that I prefer.
You know, I hear you. And then it's a completely different grass and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, just like we talk about, you know, like, oh, Pat Perez in California or Charles Howell at the Sony Open or in L.A., it's funny, when they go to Florida, I always used to have a guy like Tim Herron. Remember Lumpy?
Oh, yeah, Lumpy.
Lumpy he'd always show up. Well, the other guy, and the odds makers, to their credit, know it, is automatically Daniel Berger.
Yep.
And he's only like 35 to 1. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, Berger should be nothing less than 50, but the odds are he does play well.
Yeah, no, I was actually, that's the first guy that I looked at, and no, these guys are not morons. They know course history. They know who plays well there, and I like Berger. I know 33. Yeah, I was hoping for 40, but Brian, I think he's going to make my card, right? Berger always plays well here. Florida State guy. He knows the grass, and he's trending in the right direction too. With a little bit of time off, don't be surprised if Daniel Berger's on the leaderboard. You're right. Like, you wish he was around the Van Rooyen 45, Neiman 55 type of range, but I got no problem with taking Berger at 33. I think he's going to be the first guy. Fleetwood is the favorite at 10. Koepka always plays well here at 11. Rickie Fowler too. Like he likes the Florida Swing, 12 to 1. That's not enough though. His form needs to be better. So I'm going to start my selections with Berger at 33. Big Berger.
Well, and Hovland, by the way, won the underling tournament.
Didn't make it easy for himself.
Well, speaking of not making it easy, I mean, this is one of my favorite things to do. I love talking to you about it. I love the fortune watching it, and I almost let myself, but I knew better, believe. And let's just talk about betting strategy for this stuff. Because what I was about to, for all day Sunday, talk about with you when we did this, that it's the right thing to do the way we approach this, where you moonshot 3-4 guys before a tournament, and then you come back on the weekend, Friday or Saturday. And I'm telling you, Cam, all weekend long, I'm just kicking myself. I had DeChambeau on the front end the week before. He was right there, should have won. I get DeChambeau at 30 to 1, Sunday morning, 4 shots back. In the blink of an eye, he's running away with it when Thomas and McIlroy, everybody's imploding.
Yep.
And he's got a 2-shot lead with 3 holes to go, gets to the easiest hole in the course, a par 5, hammers a drive 330. He's got a 7-iron in his hand. Middle of they're ball putting for eagle. And he hits the middle of the green, 2 putts. He's got a 3-shot lead. He hooks it into a trap and pars the easiest hole in the course. Then 3-putt 17. Reed goes on a heater birdie 17 and 18, and you're sitting there going, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, no, DeChambeau was my top pick too. I was watching it with Lisa, and I was like, wow, you know, maybe again on Sunday we're going to catch one here. And then the wheels started to fall off. The minute it's exactly what happened to Cantlay at the Masters. The minute he started to think about it, bad things happen. Don't think about it. Don't concern yourself. Just, you're doing great. You're coming on here. Justin Thomas is gagging. Everybody's gagging. All the guys I worried about. And then there's the cheater, Patrick Reed, just lingering there the whole time. Honestly, hey man, I'll give the guy a little bit of credit too.
He's
like
got
his
the
short
balls
game is
of a
fantastic.
burglar.
That's the thing he does. He's got the kahunas of a cat burglar. He'll rob your house while you're in it. He doesn't care. It's like wrestling. He likes being the heel.
He literally
he lives on it. He likes to be the bad guy.
It's part of his game. Where
he's Razor Ramon, the bad guy. I'm the bad guy.
It's wrestling, and it's honestly,
it is.
He's
wrestling.
literally out there, him against the world, and it works. And every putt he makes or every iron he hits, it's fu. It
is, and his game is awesome. Like other than the time that people are coming out and saying, I watched this guy improve his life 4 times. Peter Costas, who I do respect and I miss from the golf broadcast. I think, but the thing about it is, who cares? The bottom line is he makes the shot.
Did you see Reed's quote after the tournament?
No.
I mean, you got to admire the guy. He said, "Did Peter Costas see me improve my bank account today?"
Is that what he said?
That's awesome.
It's a good line, actually. I got the thing about Patrick Reed is I don't hate him like other people. I respect him. I just, I'm not down with improving your lies and bunkers and stuff like that. But hey. This me versus the world attitude, it's working. Who's laughing last? Justin Thomas and all these guys took a rip at him. Well, what did Justin Thomas do on Sunday? He gagged. Reed won the tournament. So
hey, mark this one down.
To him.
Mark this one down, and I'll tell you right now, the closer we get, and that's one of my favorites. But I'll tell you right now, I'd be playing him on the front end. Do you imagine getting 2 WGC events in a calendar year? I'm all in on Reed in the match play.
Yeah, Reed in the match play. Reed at the Masters. Guys won the Masters before. Have you his play in bunkers and putting? Like his short game is absolutely phenomenal. Like he keeps it straight off the tee. Like this guy can play with anybody in the world. You said it, Brian. This is a tough tournament though. There's a lot of interesting characters here at the Honda Classic. This is a guy that I was on top of, kind of like Schwab on the European Tour. Erik Van Rooyen. He played very, very well this week. 45-1. It's not enough because. People see what you've done last. It's like, what have you done for me lately? Well, he played his ass off. He played well. I think he should be about 60-1. But there is a guy at 60 to.
We think so. Like it's terrible. I've already bet Van Rooyen.
Who? Ian Poulter?
No. I've already bet Van Rooyen.
Oh yeah. Van Rooyen. He'll be there.
Did you? By the way, it finally hit him, and he unraveled. But did you see the way he fought back at the end?
Yeah,
and he made some birdies, but. He must have chipped in, Cam, 6 times in the tournament.
No, the guy's awesome. I'm telling you, like when he was on the European Tour, there was a stretch where Van Rooyen was on page 1 of the leaderboard every week. And then he, like any golfer, he's going to have a bad stretch. And his bad stretch wasn't even that bad. He goes over to play with the Americans, and he's hanging in there with them. He's like 140-1, too, on like one of my sites. So, I like Van Rooyen at 45. I wish we got more. He's a name that I'm looking at. Another guy that plays well, Russell Knox always plays well in Florida. He's 70-1. I don't know. We can't take everybody, obviously. Schwartzel, where have you been lately there, Charles? 75-1. He plays well there. Keith Mitchell's the defending champion, 75. There's a lot of guys out there, Brian, but, Ian Poulter's one of those guys that's had success in Florida.
I'm going to go 4-pack. And honestly, it had the I guess the end of the DeChambeau thing. When we say your strategy for this, had DeChambeau won by the end of with the guys that I had bet, the winning return on investment would have come back at 6-1. And we've hit a couple of grenades already this year. You win what? The golf is a free roll for me already this year. So what you want to do is you keep swinging for the fences, and then you play a guy or two when you're watching on the weekend, and you get that average return on investment. You don't want to take a 3-4 week bagel stretch. But if you can hit the reload button on the weekend, you just buy yourself more time, and the profit's still a profit. And so that strategy isn't flawed. Now, I'm going grenade hunting here because you mentioned it. This is the kind of tournament. Keith Mitchell, he comes out of nowhere. The bear trap can eat a lot of these guys alive. Sometimes being young and stupid and fearless can be a benefit here.
I agree.
So I'm going one more time. I got off the train, but because this is a course in a tournament that anybody can win, I'm going to the racquetball court. I'm going back to Fratelli at 125-1. All right, it gets better.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh, wait till you hear these names. I've already bet Harry Higgs at 100-1.
I don't mind that. I like Harry Higgs. Harry Higgs is good. Any guy who's got the body type like me, I got to cheer for. Yeah, he's like Lumpy Jr. He's new on tour. I like Harry Higgs. Got no problem.
All right, so there's a Harry Higgs sighting, and then there are two other guys. One is a guy I know you'd mentioned. And by the way, the Puerto Rico tournament, I'm going, look at Cammy, another Thursday warrior. Oh my God. What's his name? Was it Uline?
Yeah, Peter Uline. I actually had a couple guys, both guys finished in the top 20. Knowing a name you got to watch out for, Matthew Neesmith. Watch out for this guy. I've been following him a lot lately. Another good performance in Puerto Rico. He's 80-1 this week. He might be my dog. I'm telling you, this guy's got game. And son of Mark McCumber, Tyler McCumber played pretty well in this tournament too. So those are two names that I looked at last week. They got close. And another one. Let's.
I got two.
Don't sleep on Emiliano Grillo, who almost beat Viktor Hovland there. He's 60-1. Rio's a good golfer.
He's a good player.
He's got to make the card. I'll narrow it down. He'll be there.
All right. I've got two more. One, I'm pretty sure you'll be on board with and like. The other one, you might poke holes at. For outstanding information and special offerings and promotions, we invite you and encourage you to sign up for our newsletter today simply by going to the website at betmaker.com. Kurt Kitayama, I think, at 80-1.
He didn't play very well first round, but he settled down after that.
Yeah, well, first times in those WGCs, you look at, Answer and Carlos Ortiz, those guys wilted under the pressure of being the Mexican representative there, but then they got their act together. And I think that sometimes you're looking for guys that figure it out on the weekend. So maybe there's a case for the Kitayama guy. But you know who is playing great golf and you're just getting a ridiculous price? I mean, he's playing really, really well. How about Lee Westwood at 70-1?
Told you I love Lee Westwood. No, I think Lee Westwood's good. He's played well in this tournament before. I got no problem with Lee Westwood. He's found his game. He's good, man. Like Lee Westwood, he should be around the 50-1 range. I hate to see it, Brian, but the name that's popping out of all the chalk, if you guys want to bet one guy, under, I think Billy Horschel.
Yeah, I know, man.
I'm sorry. I don't care if he's 25-1. You're giving me Fleetwood at 10. I'm going to pass. Koepka could win, but 11, no. Horschel's in good form. And he loves Florida. The guy's a Florida Gator, and he played that well at the WGC. 25-1 is actually not a bad price. Who would you rather have, Viktor Hovland coming off the win or Billy Horschel? I'd rather have Billy Horschel.
I don't.
And I'm done with Sungjae Im and Byeong Hun and all these other guys. Put a scratch through them. They're not going to win. They'll miss 2-foot putts. Same as Hideki Matsuyama, best ball striker in the world. It drives me nuts. Like, I can't deal with guys who can't hit 2-foot putts. It's nerve-wracking. But Billy Horschel can, and he can get streaky. I know he had that 3-putt at the end, but, man, he's striking the ball well. Horschel, 25, is my chalk.
All right, so I did it live with you because of you. I just put $5 on Billy Horschel at 200-1 to win the FedEx Cup.
Wow. I like that. That's kahunas.
No, but think about it.
Yeah.
Every year in the FedEx Cup, he plays well in Massachusetts. He does. And the thing is, he's accruing enough points. He'll be one of these guys. If you're top 30, I mean, all you got to do is make it to East Lake. He may not win a lot, but if he's in good form, he's racking up all the points that are almost going to, he's going to build up that pillow cushion to get him to East Lake. So thank you. You said it. I went and did it right now. Horschel for the FedEx Cup because Cup project to the fall. He plays well on the in New York. He plays well in Massachusetts, and he's played well at East Lake.
I agree. So my bombs for this tournament, I'm going to start with Billy Horschel. The chalk, 2 chalk guys, 2 bombs. Give me Billy Horschel at 25-1. Give me Daniel Berger at 33. And then we dip a little bit deeper into the pool, Brian. I'm going to take Matthew Neesmith as my shocker at 80-1. And my big, big dog, who are we going to go with right now? Do I take a shot with Zach Johnson at 125? His game might not be there. That's the problem.
On the bear trap, he hits fairways.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Okay, I'm shooting for the moon. I told you I got Fratelli at 150, and
what about Brian Harman at 80 to 1?
Brian, do you realize, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Brian, yes, he does. Guess who's got the course record here?
Brian Harman?
61 he shot in 2012.
Look at Georgia. You know what? Screw that. Brian Harman shouldn't be 80 to 1. Those are my picks. I'm going with Billy Horschel, the time bomb. I'm going with Daniel. Can I have a big cheeseburger? And I got Harman, the Georgia Bulldog, at 80. And my boy, my new friend Matthew Neesmith at 80 to 1. Watch out for him, Brian. That's mine. I know you got bigger grenades than me. I just blew up a house. You want to blow up a community with your dogs.
Well, by the way, the dog I had last week, and I'm telling you, I've already got a bet on him for the Masters. I did it when he won the tournament in the European.
Hello, Tyrell Hatton.
I'm telling you.
Oh no, he's playing good. Tyrell Hatton was there. Listen, I know. I was cheering too. I got.
Did you hear what happened? I didn't know this. Right after he won that tournament, I think he had wrist surgery.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he played the way he played this past weekend. It was his first tournament in over 3 months. He'd only been hitting balls again for 3
That's the thing about that
weeks.
Guy. He can pick it up real quick, not like these other guys.
How many 15-foot putts did he? I mean,
No, Ty Hatton's awesome.
Tee to green, man, and I'm telling you. Can you imagine this guy with the green jacket on the line? He's going to take somebody's head off their shoulders. There'll be.
You know what the thing is? I like that though. Like all these golfers, you know what I mean? It's like why? Like you have to be the person you are. Like I like Paul Casey because he's got that cool demeanor.
Well, how many times?
That's a guy. Well, no, but Brian, when I'm flying a helicopter, a plane, whatever, like Paul Casey's the type of guy that you want because he has a cool demeanor and he won't freak out. But that's not who I am. When I'm golfing and I have 3 bogeys in a row, I want to wrap my club around somebody's neck or a tree.
How many times have you seen Phil Mickelson, miss a 6-footer, or Shirley Temple miss a
just smile.
And they smile.
I'm not smiling.
What are you smiling about?
I agree with you. I'm raging.
Thank you for this. You're being my shrink here. We'll end it on this.
Yes.
When I see those guys do that, there is nothing more infuriating. I have so many pet peeves, Cam. So many.
Yeah, I do too.
I hate people that are in the middle lane and get to the right lane and block you from turning right on red.
Yes.
To improve one spot. Why is it you want to get $20 of gas and the first $19.47 go in the blink of an eye, and the last 53 cents take longer than the first $19?
I got to be honest with you. I'm that guy, though. Like, I do gas. Like, when I got like 9 cents in my pocket, I'll go 20.09. Like, I don't go that slow, but I am that guy. So you'd be raging at me. Sorry. I don't want to. Whatever I got, it's going in the tank. Sorry. But
that's my pet peeve. And there are a lot. But yeah. I'm adding one to the list. A basketball game. And the game's on the line, and the guy gets up to the foul line, and it's Clank City, and everybody comes up and slaps the guy. Gives him
I know exactly.
What are you congratulating the guy for pissing himself?
Exactly. I'm with you, buddy. So who are you going with, Brian? Those are my guys. So who do let's recap. I'm going to take Horschel 25, Berger 33, Neesmith at 80, and Brian Harman at 80. That's the first 4 that I start with in the 4-pack.
All right, lowest I'm going is Van Rooyen at 45.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I'm coin flipping between a couple of guys. I'm gonna let you talk me off Kitayama, and I'm gonna throw Westwood in instead.
I like that.
I'm going to the racquetball court with Fratelli, and I've already bet Harry Higgs at 100 to 1.
The racquetball court. I know that guy's glasses are just. Dude, what are you, scuba diving? They look like goggles.
I mean, this guy's over the 4-foot putt to win the tournament, right? And his caddy comes up and he's toweling the glasses off. Does this break left? I don't know. You
tell me, buddy. I'm with you.
All right. It's the Florida swing, and we're off to the races. Going to be a fun one. Brian Bless and Cam Stewart. Love talking golf with you. Betmaker, let's make some money tonight. Well, that's the Betmaker Show for now. We publish multiple times each week. We'd like to thank you for listening, and if you liked what you heard, please take a moment to leave a rating and review, or subscribe to our show feed, or share our show with a friend or two and help us grow the show. We very much appreciate it. Visit us on the web at betmaker.com. And reminder to sign up for the newsletter. Thanks to our engineer, Darren Vandermolen, and producer, Mike Gallivan. The Betmaker Show is a production of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated. Betmaker is a registered trademark. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this content without the express written consent of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated is strictly prohibited.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction, as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. At betmaker.com and the Betmaker Show, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling, an approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.